the Premier League can lose its Conference League spot. So here's how. So first, it's important that Crystal Palace win the Conference League. Then by default in the Premier League, this is how the European places look like. So top 4 for Champions League, and then 5th would be Europa League. Next up, we then apply the UEFA title holder spot. So that's the Conference League win for Crystal Palace and the Europa League win for Nottingham Forest. Meaning then, of course, Crystal Palace get into the Europa League and Nottingham Forest get into the Champions League. Next then is the European performance spot, which is given to the team not already qualified for the Champions League that's next up. So that would be Aston Villa in 5th. Then, since our FA Cup winner sits inside the top 4, we then give out the other 2 Europa League places. One of those goes to the highest rated team not already qualified for Europe, so let's say Chelsea. The other then would have gone to the FA Cup winner, but then, of course, gets passed down to the other team not already highest qualified, so Brentford. So this is where the special case comes in. If Crystal Palace didn't win the Conference League, they would have got a Conference League spot for finishing in 8th place. But the rule is for the Premier League that if the team that wins the Conference League would have qualified for a Conference League spot by their domestic standing, which if Crystal Palace didn't, they would have, and that Conference League spot is removed and put back into the pool for the other associations to play out. I'm not exactly sure who would then get it, but it doesn't go to the Premier League team. And so Everton miss out on European football. You've got 6 Champions League teams, 3 Europa League teams, and no Conference League team. So this is why, if you remember back to last year, you're following my content or were just aware of this, there was this big fuss around if Chelsea finished in 7th place, it would have been at the time. The Conference League spot, if they'd won it, would have been removed from England. And it's 7th, not 8th there, because obviously Crystal Palace won the FA Cup and they finished outside of the European places. And so it took me just 347 simulations of all remaining games for me to find it happen. That's exactly with Crystal Palace finishing 8th and winning the Conference League is what I was looking for.